In September 1957, America watched as the fight for school integration unfolded on the national stage. But away from the glare of the spotlight in Little Rock, another story, equally courageous, was taking place. This was the story of Dorothy Counts, a 15-year-old girl in Charlotte, North Carolina, who with quiet strength and unwavering dignity would challenge the very fabric of segregation. Imagine for a moment the weight of history on your shoulders. Imagine being just a teenager, filled with the typical anxieties of a new school year, yet also carrying the hopes and fears of an entire community. This was Dorothy's burden as she became one of the first Black students to integrate Harry Harding High School. On that first day, her father, a tower of strength in the face of hate, offered these parting words: "Hold your head high. You are inferior to no one." And with those words ringing in her ears, Dorothy stepped out of the car and into the maelstrom. What greeted her was not the open embrace of welcome, but a sea of hate-filled faces. 200, 300 strong, a mob of mostly students and parents spewing racist slurs, their words like venom in the air. They spat at her, these children, these adults, their faces contorted with bigotry. They hurled sticks and pebbles, aiming for her body, aiming for her spirit. Yet, Dorothy walked on. Head held high, she moved through that torrent of abuse, her composure a stark contrast to the ugliness that surrounded her. A photographer, Douglas Martin, captured that moment, an image forever etched in history, a young Black girl, alone amidst a storm of hate, her quiet strength speaking volumes. Inside, the school offered no sanctuary. The taunts continued, the whispers, the stares, all meant to diminish, to isolate. She was ignored by teachers, ostracized by classmates. Lunchtime brought no respite. Boys, her peers, surrounded her, spitting into her food, their actions a cruel parody of childhood innocence. Through it all, Dorothy persevered. She found solace in a single, fleeting friendship with another new student, a small island of kindness in that ocean of prejudice. But the relentless torment took its toll. A blackboard eraser thrown at her head, the family car vandalized. Fear, for herself, for her family, began to creep in. After 4 days, Dorothy's parents made the agonizing decision to withdraw her from Harding. They had endured all they could bear. But though Dorothy's time at Harding was cut short, her courage left an indelible mark. The world took notice of her story, of the hate she endured. The image of Dorothy Counts facing down that mob became a symbol of the struggle for equality, a stark reminder of the human cost of prejudice. Dorothy could have become hardened by this experience, embittered by the hate that had been directed at her. Instead, she chose a different path, one of forgiveness and understanding. She left Harding, but she never left Charlotte. This was her home, and she was determined to be a part of its healing, its growth. She went on to earn a degree from Johnson C. Smith University, a historically Black college in Charlotte, and dedicated her life to educating young minds. As a preschool teacher, she nurtured a love of learning in countless children, her classroom a haven of acceptance and respect. But Dorothy's commitment to her community extended far beyond the classroom. She devoted her time and energy to nonprofit organizations, working tirelessly to improve the lives of children from low-income families. She understood that education, in its broadest sense, was the key to breaking down barriers, to creating a more just and equitable society. Years later, an unexpected email arrived. It was from a man named Woody Cooper, who identified himself as one of the boys in that infamous photograph, the one capturing Dorothy's first walk into Harding. He was filled with remorse, seeking forgiveness for the pain he had inflicted. Dorothy's response was remarkable. She met with Woody and without hesitation offered her forgiveness. "I forgave you a long time ago," she told him. "This is an opportunity to do something for our children and grandchildren." And so began an unlikely friendship. Dorothy and Woody joined forces, sharing their story, speaking out against prejudice and the lasting impact of hatred. Their message was simple, yet powerful. We must learn from the past, acknowledge our mistakes, and work together to build a better future. Dorothy Counts Story is a testament to the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity, to choose love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness. Her journey reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable cruelty, grace and compassion can prevail. It is a call to action for each of us to confront prejudice in all its forms, to stand up for what is right, and to never ever stop striving for a more just and equitable world. Dorothy Counts' story is not just a relic of the past, a single chapter in the long fight for civil rights. It's a living history, one that continues to resonate in our world today. Her experience serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring legacy of racism and segregation, and the courage it takes to challenge injustice. It forces us to confront the uncomfortable truth that prejudice thrives not just in the halls of power or in the headlines, but in everyday interactions. It festers in classrooms where students are made to feel invisible, in communities where opportunity is denied based on the color of one's skin, in hearts untouched by empathy and understanding. Dorothy's story is a call to action for each of us. It challenges us to examine our own biases, to confront prejudice wherever we encounter it. It reminds us that silence is complicity, that even small acts of kindness and courage can make a difference. Imagine if that crowd of students, instead of jeering and spitting, had reached out a hand of friendship to Dorothy. Imagine if the teachers, instead of ignoring her, had stood up to protect her, to nurture her love of learning. Imagine if the community, instead of closing ranks, had embraced Dorothy, celebrating her courage and her unwavering spirit. We can't change the past, but we can honor its legacy by shaping a better future. A future where every child, regardless of the color of their skin, feels safe and valued in their school. A future where education is a tool for empowerment, not discrimination. A future where Dorothy Counts' story serves not as a warning, but as a testament to the transformative power of courage, forgiveness, and the unyielding pursuit of justice. Let us remember Dorothy's story, not just for what it tells us about the past, but for what it inspires in us today. Let us honor her legacy by continuing the fight for a world where every individual is afforded the same dignity, respect, and opportunity. Let us be the change we wish to see in the world. As we wrap up today's journey through history, I hope these rare glimpses into the past have sparked your curiosity and given you a new perspective on the stories that shaped our world. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe to Histrospect for more fascinating content. Your support helps us continue exploring and sharing these incredible historical moments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.